Hello, YouTube land. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since my last video. I think my last video was a VR. Yeah, that sounds about right. And I'm in a different position again, recording on my phone again, because I'm too lazy to go get my camera and set it up and put the tripod together and, you know, all that stuff. Just got home from work and I was like, you know, I got ideas, I got things, I got words to say, and yeah. This video today is more like a Soul's Corner. You know, I kind of want to like tell you what's been going on, you know, why I'm absolutely nuts doing hand gestures, you know, that kind of stuff. Well, it's been fun. I'm honestly glad that the holidays are finally over. Yay! I apologize in advance. Or I'm sorry, after that noise, I won't make it again. I apologize. Yeah, so I'm really glad. Working where I do in retail, I'm extremely happy for the holidays to be over. I get to breathe. Maybe. Last time, I was in the hospital before the new year before the year ended last year. Right before the new year. Great. You know, 2008 was like, ha! We're gonna get you again. I actually had an accident at work and, had some glass, I was holding a piece of glass, the glass shattered and went through my glass glove into my hand. It doesn't look too bad anymore. I had 2 stitches, you know. Yay! Last hospital visit for 2018. Hopefully, that's the hospital visit quota. We're done, you know, for the next, like, 5 years or something. Yeah. So, we're done with the hospital, and we're done with those. I keep turning colors, and I don't know why. Okay. So, yeah, that was fun. I went back to work and continued working with a numb hand. That was great. So that was fun. I got to take my own stitches out. Yeah, it was like pulling little strings and whatever. And I was like, cool! I get to pull these out! Yay! If you're at all squeamish, I'm sorry. It wasn't actually too bad. As far as, like, other things I'd like to be doing, I'm stuttering like crazy, I apologize. Oh, my kitty got out of his cone! He's happy now, and meowing, and going, why aren't you feeding me all of these yummy foods that I want, and, you know, whatever, and... Oh, wow. Just give me an extra light. There you go. Yeah, so he's all better and coneless, and, you can hear the birds. Birds are good. Birds are great. Lizard's good. He's shedding like mad, so he's like, looks like he's wearing a little coat, and it's just coming off, and it's great. I love it. Lately what I've been doing, if you guys have followed me on Instagram, if you haven't, please do. Links below. It's going to be, I have 2. I have Soulfire Sundries, which is my business, which make these lovely, beautiful things here. Ta-da! I also do wire-wrapped crystals, and I'm journeying into wire-wrapped rings and those kinds of things. I also would like to sell my artwork. I also have a website, which I am working on, and huzzah, you know, it's great. So that way I can showcase my work in a little bit different way and, you know, make it look all pretty and nice and stuff. So, you guys are gonna get that website very soon, once I'm finished with it. Because, yeah, if I don't finish it, I gotta finish it. So, I will finish it. And there will be a video about it. Yes. Definitely. I guess the hardest thing for me is actually to sell my physical artwork. I consider jewelry artwork. Like, this for me is my art as well, but to take the the drawings and the paintings and those kinds of things that I've done and actually sell those. For me, it's very hard to part with originals. So I've done some prints. So I do have some prints that are, like for sale and stuff like that. But my originals are really hard to part with. And I framed some of them. And some of them I have given away to friends and family members. And I actually did a giveaway on my Instagram. And where was I going? Oh, tracks. Other Instagram account will be Soulfire's Corner. Soulfire's _corner. Yes, that would be my witchy account. Woohoo! I post every I try to post every day, but I do have kind of theme days. I have Monday. I call it Monday Mail. And basically what I do is it's a little bit of shadow work. I take, I think about an emotion or I think about a feeling or those kinds of things, and I write a letter to it. The first one that I did, I believe, was anxiety or fear. And it was tough. It was hard, because it may just be a letter, but it's a letter to yourself saying, hey, I accept this part of me. And so that's what I've been doing. I did one to anxiety, one to sadness, and then today I wrote to anger. It's all those quote unquote negative things that we think about ourselves, but in all actuality, they are part of you. I mean, if you didn't have that anger, if you didn't have that anxiety, if you didn't have that sadness, then you never really experience or understand the idea of joy or happiness or bravery. So to have those emotions, even though they're negative, they really make you human. They really make you who you are. I don't know about you, but I have a very, very horrible relationship with my anxiety and my sadness and my anger. And that's why I wrote those letters. And if you'd like to see those letters, like I said, they're on my Instagram. I'm going to have that linked, typed below in the comments. So, yeah, that's been an interesting journey, going through that, because I'm working on self-love, and those are things that are really hard to accept about myself, and so I'm working on it. And one of the things I wrote in my letter today to anger is that we're going to take time, we're going to figure things out together, we're going to figure it out, cool down, and I'm not going to hinder or hide those emotions anymore. I'm going to let them, be where they are, and then, move on. I think that's a lot easier than sitting here and putting, everything, like, in a cup, doing this, and bottling it up to, like, until it explodes like a volcano. I'd rather not do that. So I think these letters and the idea of this type of shadow work is extremely important, because it's showing me that accepting those pieces of myself is just as important as accepting my whole self, because those things make up those little pieces. It's kind of like a puzzle. You need all the pieces to make the puzzle complete. If you don't have all the pieces, well, of course you're not going to have a complete puzzle. We all have issues with that. We all have that puzzle that's missing that one piece that is never going to be completed. I have a puzzle like that. Made me sad. It's a donut puzzle. Well, that's one thing that I'm doing on the Instagram. The other one I'm doing is Wednesday Wisdom, and something that I've been having a lot of issues with, and it kind of goes with self-love, is scars, whether emotional, physical, mental, all of those things, that they are part of you as well. And you might see a letter soon that is to all those scars, you know. But this past Wednesday, one of the, I believe the wisdom that I said was something actually my husband said. He said, our scars mean that we've survived, or we're survivors. And that stayed with me all day. And I was like, that's deep. You know, scars make us who we are too. I mean, if I didn't, like, I'm probably going to have a scar from, you know, having the glass put in my hand. You know, I have a scar from, you know, doing this. I have a scar on my knee from falling. You know, if I didn't have these things, I wouldn't have cool stories, or I wouldn't be Katie, or whatever, you know. So it's interesting to think about it this way, as if, well, I had appendix surgery, so I have 3 scars now. You know, I have those incisions that were there, and I don't like them. So it doesn't make me feel good. And, you know, my husband's like, well, you look beautiful, scars and all. And I'm like, oh, that's so adorable. I love you. So he's like the biggest support. And so that was, so Wednesdays are Wednesday Wisdom. And as far as the other days, I kind of just post when I, you know, find something interesting, when I'm like, hey, look at this. And for my Soulfire Sundries account, I post art that I'm working on or that I've finished. One of the pieces that I just finished was actually, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very well. It's on kind of black paper. It's a bigger one, but can't really see the colors. I love working on black paper, so the colors are actually really cool. They're browns and reds and well, tree colors, of course. I absolutely love drawing trees because, especially in this, if you notice that one tree is got a gaping hole in it, and yet it continues to keep growing, and one of the reasons it's growing in here is because this other tree has decided to wrap around it. And I guess this is how I see people in my life. I've been going through a lot of stuff, and I've had a lot of people that have stood by me, and I really appreciate them. And this is how I really look at them. You know, I'm that tree that no matter what, you know, has either people to lift them up, you know, and help them keep going, or they're just stubborn as hell and just keep going anyway. I mean, you know, there have been so many times you walk through a forest and, you know, you see this, and it's like, and the tree keeps growing, you know, like there's a chunk out of it, or, you know, something like that. And the tree is resilient and just keeps going. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to be like a tree. And that's another aspect of, you know, the scars are beautiful. But just trees in general, like, the knottier the tree, the more grizzly the tree, the more I love it. You know, if you go through the woods and you're like, hey, look at this really nice tall tree, who cares? Well, what about this one that's like this, and like, you know, growing through something because they're like, screw you, I don't like your, you know, I don't know. I don't like your rules. I'm gonna just grow here because I can. Like, when I was growing up, we had a tree, like, grow through a fence, and it was part of this fence, and I'm like, cool. I don't want to hurt it, or, you know, like, take it apart or anything. So that's one of the reasons for that one. And I absolutely love the message in that one. I wish you could see the colors a little bit better. I can't even take a good picture because right now, as you can tell, it's icky and rainy and blue outside. Excuse me. I'm trying to think of what else I'd like to talk about. There's probably more, but this video is already getting to be like 15 minutes. If I keep talking, it probably could go for another 10 minutes. Yeah. Oh, I remembered. Ah! Sorry. I have my phone sitting on a dice box on a stool, and I can move the stool, so I apologize. I'm really excited for this thing that I want to do. I am thinking about starting a blog type thing with a friend of mine, and we are wanting to get a source for broom closet witches out there, because there are books on Wicca, there are books on this, there are books on that, there are books on this, there's resources for this, and to be honest, there's really no resource or specific thing about practicing in the closet. And I really believe in that because, of course, I mean, y'all know, I'm in the closet. One of the reasons I can make YouTube videos is because I live with my husband who knows about my practice, but my family is not going to find me on YouTube. So that's just the way it is. Meh. But I want to have a resource for people, not just my videos, but to have a website that they can go to that, you know, in a way is both hidden from, like, the reason, like, you know, let's say we call it the corner closet or something like that. Well, what is it about? You know, we could base it off, you know, we could hide it in plain sight, all the advice and things like that that we would have for young witches who are having to hide things. And now, hiding a practice is different than, you know, not... What am I trying to say? Hiding a practice is different than, you know, like, in your situation. Like, if you have to hide for safety, I totally understand that. And I would like to have a resource for you so you can go to this and go, okay, how do I hide and yet be true to who I am? That's the reason. And honestly, I would love to eventually, like, publish a book. That would be awesome. Either that or a book of spells, because I love writing, and so you don't want to see all of my writing notebooks. No. That's another, you know, 28-minute long video. I could just read poems to you. That'd be fun, right? Yeah, I'm working on another piece today, too. I had somebody come in with a really neat piece, and instead of butterflies as the main thing, it was moths. And honestly, a lot of people don't really think moths are pretty. And if you look at them, they really are. Like, the way that they are, like, they're drawn, or they're, you know, like, you have one in your hand, you have a butterfly. Of course a butterfly is gorgeous. But moths, they just have their own type of beauty. It's a more, you know, kind of creepy beauty for some of them. But I have this idea that I'm hoping to do with a flower, a butterfly, and a moth, and use a certain dichotomy there and draw this piece. I'm really excited to do that. I might start it today, and I might do it on black paper, but I'm not sure. I might just do it on white paper with pencil, because I love pencil. I've been getting more into my colored pencils, which I absolutely love. So, yeah, I have a lot. These are my really good ones that blend well together, and you have to buy, you know, one at a time to actually, like, replace them and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, Crayolas are great for starting out artists, but if you really want to get serious, these are fantastic. So, well, I think I have talked your ear off enough. I am going to go. So, I love you all. Take care, and have a fantastic day. Bye.